Everybody, and welcome back to another awesome day on Pulsechain. We're going to get into all the cool things that are happening. Pulsechain memes, we're going to have a little focus on that. And of course, GrayScale and Ethereum ETFs, we're going to talk about that. We did quite a big rundown the last couple of days over Ethereum ETFs, but of course, they've launched and started trading. So that's been pretty exciting. And of course, GrayScale also getting into the game. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Barista. Of course, liquid loans front end, and that's on testing at the moment. And if you're testing on there, you never know. The team might be doing something around for people that are doing testing on it. So we'll see what that means in the future. But definitely worth testing in any case because it's going to be an amazing liquid loans front end. So we're going to talk about that. Internet money, big updates today, AMAs, and of course a new website. The website just came hot off the press before the live stream, so we're going to talk about that. And of course, Phamous margin trading. Give us a little bit of Blue's Clues around some trading. We're going to look at some of the stats there again as well. So a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. And of course, don't forget, we're going to get paid. Hex payment today, T-shares and T-share mining. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to lots to talk about. We have had a bit of a retrace in the market, bit of profiteering. So we're going to talk about that too. So there we are. Let's do some chat here. We've got a few people in the house already. Lies beneath, of course, always here. How are you today? Very good. I think it's reasonably sunny for my walk. I'm doing walk day number 66 today. In a minute, 66. We're really starting to climb now, isn't it? As we head towards 300 days. So really, really cool. Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLSX, and incentive token for the win, 100%. That is the golden strategy of Richard Hart and, of course, of this channel as well. So a big shout out for that. Who we got? Sandy Beach in the house there with Sandy Beach update. In fact, we're going to go to that early. Let's talk about that quickly. So, bam, let's go. And let's have a look at Sandy Beach's update today for health and fitness. You can find it there on the link on the X social platform. Let's have a quick look at that up. Today's workout with 3 miles at the beach. 3 miles. That's a pretty good walk. And, of course, there we got some speedboats there. Sandy Beach managed to take some. I don't know. Sandy seems to have so many good locations. And if you're looking at doing health and fitness and walking, just find some really good locations that you can either vary if you like variation. If you like sort of the same routine, just find a really good location that you like to do. I do the same location pretty much every day. Sandy Beach is moving around different locations. And I think I'm doing about 5.5 kilometers, something like that. I don't know, somewhere in that ballpark, but takes me about an hour and a quarter. I'm probably doing it a little bit faster now. Yeah, that's kind of the play. I'm doing a long period of time for weight loss, cardio, and that sort of stuff. And so that's my goal. So you might have slightly different goals there, but really, really good. Let's have a look at some of the other ones. There's some yachts out there as well. I think Sandy Beach is in a pretty good spot there as well. It may not be New Zealand, but it looks like some of the really great spots in New Zealand. So awesome on that one. Look at that. Yeah. And of course, if you know New Zealand has got a lot of yachts. And of course, I think Sandy Beach is somewhere in North Carolina somewhere. That looks pretty amazing. Lots of yachts there. And I think it's at a cruise ship or something out in the background. So a nice little location there for Sandy Beach. Nice update there. Now, obviously, if you haven't followed Sandy Beach, give Sandy a follow as well. So that was kind of a sidetrack there, but I thought we'd talk about that today. Bam. And that is Sandy Beach's link there if you want to follow her. Health and fitness are really important. Get your cardio up. It makes life a lot more fun when you're fit. You have more alert. Your brain's more alert and all that sort of stuff really is good. And, of course, the cardio. We got Wookie in the house there. Good to see Wookie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else is here? We've got Archie as well. Good to see Archie. Hi, all. Magic Carp Ride's in. Hey, big shout out to Magic Carp Ride. Magic Carp Ride, of course, is the developer of Barista, the liquid loans front end. So we're going to talk about that later on. Who else has jumped here? Harry Williams. Yo, yo, yo. Good to see Harry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Magic Carp Ride says smash up the like. You definitely smash the like button on the way in. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. If you're on Superman Crypto, on Hex Token YouTube, or Pulsechain YouTube, we're streaming to over 10,000 subscribers on 3 YouTube channels. So if you're on any of those, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, hit the bell, and of course, a link to the Discord is in the video description. So definitely join our Discord if you're on any of those 3 channels. Join. What else? We got Hexcavator in the house there. Hey, gang, good to see Hexcavator. Welcome. Hexcavator working hard out there. Brian, our community leader in the house as well. Sup, folks? Good to see you, Brian. Magic Upright says, we try to get here as often as possible. So much to do. That's true. You guys are busy. They're building out a whole suite of products there. I might actually add Magic Upright onto the my next ecosystem presentation because they're doing such a big suite of products. Who else has jumped in here? We've got Hexhog. Good to see Hexhog. Big shout out from Sandy Beach as well. We got Crypto Dan. Crypto Dan, well done, Crypto Dan. 4 months as a member. I do appreciate it, Crypto Dan. Big shout out there. Hello, crypto family. Absolutely. Hello. Big shout out to their Crypto Dan. If you're not a member of the channel on YouTube, you can hit the YouTube member. It's a join button, I think it is. And we've got 3 different memberships: Pulsechain, Hexkins, and the Richard Hart Club. And that helps support the channel on YouTube, which is pretty cool. We've got Light Scout as well. Retweet the stream, ladies and gents. Definitely do that. And yes, show your support by smashing up the like button. It's free. It is free. We've got Joey Torres as well. Hi, Joey. Good to see you. We've got Adam as well. Hello, Hex Token, and everybody else. I'm out of breath because I don't know. You've been walking, Adam? Maybe that's it. Andrew says, hey, hi, all. Happy October. Yeah. So since I think we've only ever had 2 red October months, and October is looking really good. Now, we have had a big retrace today. We're going to talk about that, but yeah, I think October is still looking very good. So we'll definitely keep on the October there. And like I say, most months, October is always a greeny month, which is pretty good. Is that the Hex shot? Yeah, maybe. I hope it's going to be slightly bigger. Oh, you're talking about the cruise? Maybe the cruise ship. I don't know. We got Brennan in the house as well. Very nice. It's good to see you, Brennan. We've got Jenna in as well. Good morning, everybody. Good to see Jenna in there too. All right, let's get into it, folks. Without further ado, let's move on and let's get into the content today. So that is the health and fitness there. Get into it, folks. Enjoy your crypto with good being nice and healthy. Very important. Let's have a look here at, let me just change the studio around here. The stock market today. Dow ends lower as rising treasury yields as US averts a shutdown. We talked about this in full at the end of last week. It was good news over the weekend, actually. We talked about it. We got the Dow Jones, the industrials there. That's the top 30 industrials in the United States. That was down, not too bad, actually. 0.2%. It's not too bad at 33,433. The S&P 500 is flat. It was really no change there, 4,288. The NASDAQ was actually up pretty nicely, 2/3 of 1%. That's all the tech companies in it. So NASDAQ actually doing pretty well, and that was up 88 points to 13,307. So stock market, not too bad, actually, on the open of the week there. We've got the dollar index is slightly stronger too. Actually, it's looking pretty strong, actually, 106.7. That's up 0.9%. The dollar versus its trading partners up there quite strongly. Let's quickly jump to the commodities. Obviously, oil's been up quite a lot ever since, the Saudis and the Russians, they pulled back supply by 1.3 million barrels a day. Billion barrels a day, I think it is, yeah. And yeah, so that is kind of the play we're at the moment. So we're down to $88 and $90. So we have had quite a high rise in prices, but it's nice to see this come back. Let's have a look over the last 6 months, see what that oil price is like. Yeah, so we were all the way down in June. We're around $72 a barrel. And look at this rise, huge rise there. That will play into inflation. And so, yeah, that's probably the one issue is the oil prices there. We see that manufacturing prices are a bit lower, quite a bit lower, actually. And so, yeah, it's really the oil prices here that are going to be the main cause of inflation there. What else we got going? We got gold at 1840, and that's down pretty much down about $110 from a little while ago. You can see that's really slid here. Look at that, was just slowly sliding down over the last 6 months, and then it's just slid off. Look at that, just tapered off there from 1950 down to 1850, 1840 there as well, and silver there down as well is at $21 there. Actually, just down off the top there a little bit there. Actually, not too bad on an uptrend though over 6 months. All right, so let's have a look at some of the key stuff there. Now, I just want to look at this section of the commentary. Treasury yields were pushed higher by growing expectations by another Federal Reserve interest rate hike after the US government averted a shutdown. We've talked about that over the weekend. A 2-year Treasury yield rose 5.2 points to 5.09%. while the 10-year Treasury yield rose 12 basis points to 4.69% there. Congress passed a short-term funding measure to help keep the government funded, which was good news for us through November the 17th. And remember, the Fed meeting's on the 1st of November, so the government shut down. They have to get something done by November the 17th, so about just over 2 weeks later. Avoiding a shutdown that many had expected to dent near-term economic growth. And of course, a lot of the stuff does keep going when they do the shutdowns. A lot of people still get paid, but of course, 800,000 potential employees affected there. After 30% of traders expect the Fed to lift rates next month, up from 18%, and we've been following that pretty closely. So let's have a quick look at the Fed rate monitor. We can see that we've got 25% now, so it's wavering. It was down 18% yesterday when we looked at it. It's gone as high as 30%. It's now 25%, so it's tapered off a little bit there, expecting another 25 basis point rate hike. One rate hike at least is still on the table, so we'll see whether November or December brings that at this stage. But we have had some reasonably good news. We've got CPI coming later this month, remember? So when that comes up, we'll see what happens there too. All right, that is that. Let us jump over to crypto. So that stock market not too bad. Crypto at the moment, obviously BTC went up over 28,000, got up to 28,300. Is now down to 27,586. So pulled back a little bit there, down 1.1%. Ethereum there at 1663, down 3.77%. And of course, the Ethereum ETFs have already started trading. So that's a big deal. Let's quickly bring up the GrayScale, which is jumping on a bandwagon as well. GrayScale moves to convert its Ethereum trust to a spot ETF. The company's Ethereum trust is the largest Ethereum or Ether investment product in the world, with nearly 5 billion in AUM or assets under management. Let's move down to the commentary there. GrayScale, in conjunction with New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, has filed for approval for the U.S. Securities Commission to convert the GrayScale Ethereum Trust to a spot Ethereum exchange trading fund. GrayScale Ethereum Trust is the largest investment product in the world, with almost 5 billion in assets under management. At GrayScale, our unwavering commitment is to offer investors transparency and regulated access to crypto through product structures that are familiar. As we file to convert the ETAE to the ETF, the natural next step in the product's evolution, we recognize this as an important moment to bring Ethereum even further into the US regulatory perimeter there. Obviously, with aggressive the SEC, they all want to jump into the bandwagon to be under the same regulated product. The company, after a court victory over the SEC this past summer, is also awaiting approval from the agency to convert its GrayScale Bitcoin trust, which is where it got its fame from, into an ETF there. So there we are. A number of other asset managers have filed for approval of a spot ETF as well, and we've talked about that too. Invesco, Galaxy Digital last week being the latest to do so. I think there were about 15 at the end of last week, so this adds another one into the mix. Many of them are operating today, right? Many of them, I think there's quite a few of them operating. I think it was 8 or 9 started probably trading today as well. And they're not doing as much trading as on Phamous, I think. So that is kind of the play there with Ethereum. And everything else is pretty much down quite a bit there. BCH is up though, 2%, 246. That's kind of the highlight there. BSV is up as well, 20% there. I'm not sure what's driving the BSV, but that's up $39 there. So let us know in the chat if you're aware of what's going on there. So that's up quite strong. All right, that is pretty much the crypto stuff. Let's move into Pulsechain. Pulsechain obviously down as well with that slight move back again. Quadruple 0455, so we're at 40, just about 46% of the sacrifice price, down 3% on the daily. And of course, Pulsex there, quadruple 0118, down 5.9% there. So the bigger move down. But the cool news, of course, continues. Well, being quadruple 0118, down 6%, but the buy and burn continues to impress. 461.5 billion Pulsex bought and burns, and that makes 2.23% of the public supply. So it really is creeping up there towards that, I guess, 3% mark of the public supply. So that's looking really good as the old buy and burn. I'll put that up again because it's such a good number, and this is climbing. So that's going to, play out further down the track, but really is cool to see. And Hex token there is at $1.08, down 5.56%. The ratio, more importantly, is 23,669 pulse per one incentive. Well over 12 million incentive tokens in existence, and so far 97,000 have been burnt through the TRH protocol, which has actually performed pretty well today. We'll go check that on the market. So the tokens in their TRH game are definitely doing well. PHEX here down the most today, 6.88% at 0.0827. So still over 0.8 of a penny, but that's a big deal. Now, if you are doing shorting on margin, if you're doing longs on margin trading, you probably would have got caught out by the last hour or two by those prices moving up there. We're going to talk about that when we get the Phamous. But the EHEX there is at 0.033, so just down slightly from yesterday. The combined price of EHEX and PHEX is at 1.16 cents at the moment, so 1.16 cents. And that's pretty much it on there. So let's quickly look at the charts and have a look there on the daily. This is the daily chart here. So yeah, this is Pulsechain, and we were moving up pretty nicely and aggressively there, teetering on attacking this 5,000. As you guys know, we want to attack the 5,000 mark. That's 4 zeros, 5,000. And of course, we got the profits pretty much wiped out. Most of yesterday's rise and almost most of the 2 days there. So we got some profiteering moving down with the Bitcoin price probably. And there we are. It's they move first. The people that move first take the profits, send us back down, and they're pretty much tied into the market there pretty quickly. So that's kind of what we see here. And yeah, but we're still in good territory. We've still got nice higher lows here. This was our low back here on the 27th of August. We got higher lows here on the 12th of September, a higher low here on the 25th of September, and we're still at the top range of the Bollinger Bands with plenty of room to move. So even though we've got a nice red day here, hopefully we'll get some momentum back. We're about to start a new day in 12 minutes. So we'll get a brand new candle in about 12 minutes time, and hopefully that will be green, right? That's what you want to see. All right, the RSI is definitely cool. Plenty of room to move in the RSI. It's only at 56 for goodness sake. So that's lots of room to move if we are going to move up high there and attack that 5,000 once and for all. Obviously, the way Bitcoin is moving as well will be important to play into that, and Ethereum too. All right, so we've got Pulsechain there. Pulsechain at the moment also pulling back down even more aggressive. So we've almost we didn't quite get back to 2 days, wiping off 2 days of green. We almost wiped out most of that, but not quite all of it. But we're at 1187 at the moment on Pulsechain. PHEX here, we've got nice higher lows, and of course we definitely almost wiped out 2 days of gains there as well on the old EHEX as we move into October. But hey, look, it's early days, and we're still in generally positive territory there. And of course the RSI is plenty of room to move around 50. So we'll see how we get on. EHEX has got the worst of it, I think. EHEX here just being suppressed, and we're down at 003286, and we did get down to 0032, so almost down to the bottom again, not quite on the old EHEX. All right, so that's pretty much it for those. Let's jump away to the validators, and of course we're at new records all the time on the validators. 44,244 validators in the Pulsechain. But as I always say every day, Pulsechain really is the people's chain, and really is leading the DeFi revolution, one DeFi protocol at a time. We got 1.42 trillion is staked by the validators, so it's about 9.3% of the total supply. That doesn't include EIP 1559, the 4,096 Genesis validators with 132 billion pulse, and of course liquid loans coming, and of course Barista as well. All right, so that's kind of cool. Going to the gas prices. Gas prices have really cooled down. We're almost back to 3 weeks ago now. We're down to 740,000 beats. So the things got a bit cheaper on the network, as well as the price of pulse being down. We're at 1 cent for a Pulsechain transfer, 7 hundredths of a penny for a Pulse coin transfer, and 2/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. We're 494 times cheaper than Ethereum. Very nice. And we're 273 times cheaper than Bitcoin. And of course, I am expecting the cheap gas prices on Ethereum that we had during September, like we did last year, to start tapering off as we enter into October. We didn't have it yesterday, but I think that will slowly and surely come. Let's have a quick look at at the gas prices at the moment are still pretty low. So it hasn't quite happened. Oh, it's 9 Gwei at the moment, 10 Gwei. But what I suspect is we'll start moving back into the teens on the Gwei in October, maybe even higher depending on amount of activity. Yesterday you could see that we were still down around in the low sixes there, but now we've started to rise back up during the week. We're getting some pretty sane stuff there when the price was rallying. Obviously, when Ethereum and Bitcoin were rallying, we got some pretty aggressive prices there, and we're just coming back down now. And typically, the next couple of hours, maybe 5-6 hours from now, are typically the lowest Gwei period on the network. So let's see if it comes back down to 6 or 7 during that time. That'd be interesting. All right, so that is on Ethereum. So we're definitely, look back to our 500, almost back to our 500 times cheaper than Ethereum line, which is pretty cool. All right, that's pretty much it on that. Let's have a look at, we're going to jump through all that, and we're going to go to the markets and talk about the PRC20s and everything else. Let us have a look at that. Top PRC20s. So I'm looking by liquidity here as well. So by liquidity rather than by the 24-hour percentage. We've got PDI there is down 1%, but PDI has actually performed pretty well. While Pulsechain and all that were having the retraces, you can actually see PDI here had a nice little T cross there. That's a bullish little T cross there, and of course that nice there at the moment. And we're at 00087, and that's going to close out in 8 minutes. So 8 minutes time, we'll get a new candle. That's looking pretty good. So 000 that went up in price when everything else was going down. So that's Diatropa there at the moment. So not looking too bad. Is that the bottom? We'll see. But definitely some nice structure there. Let's go to Wrap Bitcoin. Wrap Bitcoin at the moment is down 7.7%. We're at $85 on Wrap Bitcoin. So that's pretty much that at this stage. You can see the Wrap Bitcoin there. Definitely weakened off though, Wrap Bitcoin, but it's definitely, and breaking down through all the lines, right? So we're breaking down through that line. Just break down through that line. So all those lines are gone. So now we're down to horizontal support, and that is at $76. So at the moment, and almost hit that today, got down to $77. So we'll be watching this one pretty closely, teetering there at the moment on support. It broke down those other two supports. So we'll see how we get on. Teddy Bear at the moment is up 22%. So Teddy Bear is back again. You can't keep a good teddy down, as they say. I don't know what that does. That mean anything? I don't know. Can't keep a good teddy bear down. But Teddy Bear Tropa there is actually up. It was a pretty horrible looking chart, but it's bounced off 8 zeros, 5,500. Is now 8 zeros, 8,400. So nice little gains there, 24%. Go Teddy, as we say. Now, if you haven't seen the movie Ted, it's fantastic. There's 2 of them. Go watch them if you like a good laugh. There's a little bit of adult humor in there if that's something for you, but yeah, it is a pretty funny movie. We got the Treasury Bill Teddy Bear, obviously up too, and up off the bottom, that is, and that's even a more ghastly looking chart. This is a very speculative ride, so just take that into account. But Teddy Bear is up, Treasury Bill is up 21% there, so not too bad a move. These are amongst the larger liquidity pools as represented. Now, I want to talk about the meme coins, right? So we'll jump to those. And of course, we have to go down the first meme coin. I'm going to talk about the SHIB. And of course, that is Pulsechain memes. We can see that this is the SHIB daily chart here as well. Hey, look, it just shows you how long we've been going on Pulsechain. I mean, this is really starting to get a lot of data in here now. It's not really cool. So that's kind of neat. In fact, let me just go back to the Pulsechain thing. Just remember, we just finished day 143, so we're about to start day 144 on Pulsechain. So 143 was the data we read out earlier. So yeah, we're down at the moment on SHIB, down to 1307. But like I say, I really do think that the SHIB's going to benefit from the 9-inch meme DEX when that launches. So we're just going to keep tabs on that. Let's have a look at the other one, Pepe, of course, which is the thumbnail. If you saw the thumbnail, the Pepe there. We've got this is the chart as well. So they're both pretty much Pepe in particular is at the bottom of the range, and so this could have a lot of upside to 9-inch DEX if it gets support there, which it should do, and get BBC token support. We'll see. We'll watch for that, but we might see quite a big jump in here. Not financial advice, of course, but 9-inch DEX may do that. We're at 807690 at the moment, so just on the bottom line here. So a nice little accumulation zone place there, especially when you have the knowledge that 9-inch DEX is coming along the line there. So that's kind of the lead there. Let's have a quick look by percentages. No real change there. The top two there, Teddy Bear and Treasury. Pepe not doing too bad though, up about 6% on that one. All right, let's jump over to our next category on the medium-sized memes. So that was the big sort of PRC copies and some of the new big protocols, big tokens on Pulsechain. We're going to have a look at the medium-sized ones, and we can see that Paul Pleb, Pulse Dodge, and Where the ETH Go, they're going to benefit from 9-inch decks too. So because they're coins made by the 9-inch team. At the moment, we've got Paul Pleb up 4% there. We've got the Pulse Dodge up 2%. And Where the ETH Go is just almost 1%, not quite, on the Where the ETH Go there. So chilling as well. Let's have a quick look at the Paul Pleb. Have a quick look at that. Yeah, nice little green day in there on that one. And is this almost in my range? Not quite. It's almost in my buy range, 3,500. It's 3,700 at the moment, but it did hit that yesterday. So definitely in the zone there of accumulating the top of the zone, 3,500. For Paul Pleb. Let's have a look at Pulse Dodge on the memes. And yeah, up here. Unfortunately, I was hoping it would come back to 3,000. So you guys can, if you were going to accumulate, you get a better entry. And of course, here we are at 4,664. So very stubborn is the old Pulse Dodge there. And I actually think it's the better one out of the two because there's less holders. But once again, I would probably use Phamous if you're buying this stuff because there's lots of bots on these particular pairs. Something to take into account. So really important to check that out. All right, so those are some of the meme coins. Let's look by percentage because let's see if anything else is doing well. No, that's pretty much it. These are my custom lists. So just take them into account. Our final category, so category number 4, we've looked at Richard Hart tokens. We looked at the top PRC 20s. We looked at the medium-sized meme coins, is the Pulsechain projects, and of course, this is my favorite category. Because this is what really adds value to the Pulsechain over time. So, the better these qualities, the projects, the better Pulsechain will be. So that's kind of cool. We're going to go to some of the comments. Let's have a look at, before we get into this, let's catch up in the comment section there and see who else has jumped in here. We're about to get up to project updates. So if you guys have come for that, we're just about there. Let's see who else has jumped in here. Right, let's jump back up to there. Bungee Jump is in the house. Hey, Bungee Jump, good to see you. Not a very productive comment, but see you later is what we'll say. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, nice. All right. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We got Craig Pitt as well. Good morning. Good to see you, Craig. We've got Yo Mama. Does anybody know liquid lines ratio PLS to USDL? It's questioning 1-to-1 delusional. Says Yo. Well, USDL that we won't know until it launches. Yo Mama, depending on when USDL when liquid lines launch, there'll be a pulse. The amount of pulse will be a certain price, and that will be just divide $1 by that price. So that's going to be the ratio. We won't know that until it launches. But in any case, Magic Uprides, it's $1 worth, right? So whatever that's going to be on the launch date, and then it will change over time as Pulse changes. Pulse Demic says shifted my mindset and got back into EHEX with a nice stake. That's nice, Pulse Demic. Nice. I think that's probably going to pay off pretty well for you. Yo Mama, 1 PLS is better for me. Yeah. Let's jump through some of that. We've got Magic Upright, best ability provider and earn, says Magic Upright. That's on the Pulsex. Let's jump through some of that. Yep, if you want to get hold of Barista, we're coming to talk about that soon. There's a Barista link there. Let's see else. We're going to jump through all those comments. We've got Rev 10 in the house there. Morning. Good to see Rev 10 and Tintop as well. What's up, Hexkins? Good to see Tintop. All right, let's go back into Zone here and pull it back up. And here is our leaderboard. So we've got by liquidity, the best performer. So everything is pretty much down as you would expect with the retrace on the Richard Hart tokens. And we got Fame is at 1.6%. So Fame out of the liquidity size, liquidity pools, Phamous is the best project today, up 1.64% at 49 cents almost. So let's have a quick look at that. And that is the Phame there, 49 cents. We're going to talk about that, of course. So let's bring that in. Phame here, we got our little long. You guys know we're doing a trade that we're monitoring, and start off at $11. It's currently, let's see, after fees. What is it? After fees, it's currently still in profit, 28 cents. Yesterday we were in profit about $4 or something. Yeah, obviously with the retrace that's pulled that back down, we're still in the money. And yeah, so we'll see how we get on there with that. But that's a bit of fun, just to show you how it works, so that you guys go, oh, how does it work? And maybe you haven't done it and you don't want to do it because, you know, it's got a risky thing to do. If you're not into risk, don't do it. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it, that sort of stuff. All right, so let's have a quick look at some of the ecosystem stats, though, because it's pretty interesting to see what people are doing with this. But we're getting some open interest is back up. It was down about 1.25 million. It's back up to 1.6 million on the open interest. So it's up quite a bit there, 262,000 it says here, which is pretty awesome. Now, a big jump I've noticed is in the users over the last 24 hours, up to 545. So that has had a really big jump there in the user numbers, which is pretty encouraging as well. The PHLP pools, this is the liquidity that people are providing. They earn 6% of the fees and plus or minus the profits of the traders. And that's at 120, up to 120,000. So, you know, over the 2 million mark there for PHLP, very encouraging, folks. And I expect this to just continue to go up over time as this is proving successful. But the total volume so far on the platform has been 15.8 million almost, and that's up $2.5 million on the last update. So incredible stuff here. Really is looking good, and the fees have really jumped up here, 12,000 to 72,000. So really amazing stuff happening there. I think on the Phamous protocol, performing as hoped, which is kind of cool. So you can see the fees, see the orange line just tracking up there on the orange line on the fees, looking pretty good there. Let's jump over to the jump my love here. You can see that PHLP performance just jumped up there. Look at that. Wow, that's fantastic. So that's a real jump there. And here is the interesting stuff. So the PLHLP difference there, $10,000. So the net loss, the cumulative net loss for traders so far is $10,000 net loss. So that net loss is profit for the PHLP providers. They get 6% of the fees plus the cumulative win there. So that's really good for people that are providing PHLP. And of course, we had that, like I say, we had a nice little rally 2 days, and then we had the retrace, almost retraced it all back. So for people on PLHLP, for you people on Phamous, that's the perfect play. So all the shorts got shut out over the last 2 days, and then a lot of the longs get shut out too. So it's like a win-win. That's win-win for the house. The house wins under this situation. Now the house would have been in trouble if the price had just kept going, right? We got one of these sort of bullish runs. Well, that would be bad for the house, but it's good for the house when it goes up for 2 days and down. That's worked out well for them with the volatility there. So just interesting on that front. Now the open, interesting, even with the prices coming back, the longs are still at 1.25 million and the shorts are at 332,000. So people particularly more bullish got bullish positions, and hopefully, if depending on what their leverage was, they have got some room for this retrace, so they don't have to close out the positions or get liquidated. So far, so good. That's some of the interesting happenings there. I think that's probably all we'll talk about. There are obviously a lot of growth in users as well. So looking pretty good there. Let's quickly go to the app and have a look at the Earn protocol. So we'll have a look at that. We can see that the APR has moved up for Phame stakers. Currently, there's 73. This has jumped massive. So some big player has staked. We've gone from 50% to 73.6% of Phame is now staked. That's in a day. That's amazing. So some big players there, obviously staking there. We've got an APR at the moment 2.55% at the moment on that. They get 40% of the fees, remember. Let's have a look at the PHLP. I think this is where the money is to be made in the PHLP. And yeah, we've got the total amount is now $2 million. The APR here is up as well, 51.72%, looking pretty good there. I think that's up from yesterday. Yeah, it was in 40s. So looking pretty good on that too, which is pretty cool. So overall, looking very good, and we've still got quite a lot of longs in position, meaning they're betting the price will go up. So that's kind of the play there at the moment, and the price is holding up reasonably well. Now I understand that the sacrifice price is around 60 cents, so it's down here at the moment. So it's kind of cool. All right, that's our coverage of Fame, and hopefully that's provided some insight to you guys around that if you're not familiar. Let's go to the rest of it and have a look at the other projects that are doing well. So that is by liquidity. Let's have a look by percentages. So the best one there, Trust Swap. I don't even know why it's on this list. It should be on my PRC20 list, so I'll have to move it off. But that is actually, to be fair, they kind of they've got quite a few services that are on for Pulsechain, like you can make Pulsechain tokens and things like that on Trust Swap Finance. That's probably why I put it there. But in any case, the Burn token and the Seed, so these are both from the TRH game, and they're both up pretty nicely, 13% and 8%, which is pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at the Burn token, which is one of the key tokens you need for that game. That is seen slowly riding. I guess there's a slow rise in there, so it's not too bad for that. We are waiting for V4, which is apparently going to be a big upgrade for the TRH game. So we are waiting for that. And so we've got Seed as well. Seed at the moment, not too much there, still on the bottom, but a green day nevertheless. What else? I think that's kind of the leads ones there. PHUX there up a little bit, 2%. Fame up 1.5%. So these are from the PH universe. We covered that in full the other day. I tweeted it out. That's they're the only ones etching out a few percentages there as well. Now the other interesting one is P-Share. P-Share, the ROI game. It's got a lot of other gamification on it too. That is actually up last couple of days, so that's good news. Now the APR over there is like 6.3% a day. 6.3% is amazing. And of course, not a day, but what am I trying to say there? It is huge. It is massive. So you can get a pretty big amount. But the problem is you've got the chance that the price just gets tanked down even further. And that is the problem with the P-Share. That's on Pulse Rate. So we're talking about Pulse Rate project. But the problem is that you get this happening, right? Continually get this house. You might get little reprieves like this. There's a little reprieve, and then it goes down again. That's the worry, right? So even if you went in and you got a position, you're earning some huge APR on it, but it continues to go down, sheds down, and so you lose your capital faster than you're making the APR back. So that's just the way it goes at the moment. All right, that is kind of the other projects. But let's get into the big news of today, and let's go look for Time token because that's from Internet Money. So let's go look for Time. Here is Time here, and let's see. That is Time. So Time not doing too bad on the day. Look at that. What time is it now? Yeah, okay. We've just crossed over to a new day, but nice little green day yesterday for the old Time token at 0.1700th of a penny, and not too bad at all. So it's going to be fun to see this. Now, obviously, they need to do a lot more. We need to see a lot more swapping and stuff like that, but people are getting paid from the swapping fees. And I think that if more people are using the wallet there like they do in MetaMask to do swapping, and maybe it's just a function of engagement and wallet uptake, that the swapping fees will increase a lot more. But obviously, people are still getting those tokens, and that's good news. At the moment, it's performing pretty well, I think. Let's have a quick look at the updates. They had an AMA 5 hours ago, and apparently V1. So at the moment, they're still in the final beta of V1 is 2 to 4 weeks away as the current expectation. So previously, it was 6 to 8 weeks on the last AMA. Now it's only 2 to 4 weeks away, and they had a number of other updates for the wallet. So if you want to detail that, definitely check that out. But V1 coming in 2 to 4 weeks, I think it'll be a lot easier particularly for influencers and for people around to spread the word and even more about Internet Money once they get to that final order and get to V1, the commercial release. So that's what we're waiting for there. And otherwise, we're doing pretty well. Definitely worth checking out. I'm going to post the link to this if you want to go and listen to AMA, because I know some of you have the Internet Money wallet, or at least testing it, if not using it. So definitely worth checking out there as one of an option for you. But it's not in final. It's in final beta, not in V1 commercial use yet. Just take that into account. But it seems to be operating pretty well. They're doing a lot of improvements to it, so they're not sitting around. They're doing some great stuff there. All right, now some of the other cool news that came out just before the live stream, and that is the new Internet Money website is here. welcome to the new brand. Stay tuned for brand enhancements on all our socials and the App Store listings. The future of crypto is out of this world. So we're going to go check that out now. Let's have a look at the new website. Here it is. Woohoo! And it's got cool aliens in it. And I love this. I think this is a master move with the alien themed internet money. And you can see some alien animation there. That is really, really cool. The app, of course, you can get on App Store, Google Play, Chrome Web, of course, for the internet money wallet. And, of course, the first native wallet for Pulsechain. Very cool. What is the system there? They've got cool stuff happening there. More aliens here. I love this stuff. This is what grabs attention. So well done to KG and the team on the branding, rebranding. It is awesome. And I think that they can do a lot with this theme in terms of the wallet. And so I encourage them to keep exploring how they can utilize that. I think it's pretty neat. Start earning passive income. And of course, here we got this alien box here on internet money. Look at that. Pretty cool. That is pretty awesome. So well done. Job well done there. So looking really good on the rebranding. Very, very cool. And of course, yeah, these coins. So really neat there. That is the website homepage, which is pretty neat. You go up to the page here. You can see about us. There's about us here. So they got the internet there as well. Let me wave to you guys like the alien. Pretty cool. So the website looks really, really, really cool. Just scrolling down through as well. There's KG, one of the two founders on it. The other one there is Don Montoya there as well. Don Montoya sounds like a guy out of a movie. Yeah? Hey, welcome, take it to the sheets. Don Montoya. But pretty cool. Both of them really cool guys. So let's jump out. Look at that. That is really neat. So there's all the different coins, time, internet money. That's pretty neat. So some really cool stuff on the website there. Let's have a quick look at a couple more. We've got the DApp there. Let's look at the DApp page. All right, okay. So this has got the buy and burn on it, which is kind of cool. So they got all the burning and other things in there as well. So definitely worth checking out. You can check it all out, but nice stuff happening there. Let me just jump back over here to the wallet and time dividend. They've got details around that. Just seeing how far they got the aliens through. Yeah, they got more alien images there as well. There's alien there. That's pretty cool. Alien in the vault. I like that. Time holder claim dividends. So you claim dividends if you're holding time in the wallet. It's pretty good from all the swapping there. So now one of the other big news, not only is it 2 to 4 weeks until they've got V1, the commercial release, but also they are going to be adding in Phamous as one of their so the internet money swapping is like a DEX aggregator. They got like Pulsechain V1, V2, and a few other DEXs, and of course they're going to be adding in Phamous, which is a DEX aggregator. So that's going to be cool. So they're going to definitely get you the best rate there, and of course you are getting charged a fee, but if you're getting an optimal rate, that's kind of good for you. And that's kind of how the DEX aggregators work, right? They get the best rate and they give you they take the fee, pretty much like 50% from the best rate to the second rate. And that's kind of a win-win from that point of view. So not bad. All right, so that is the new website. If you haven't checked it out, let me post it in the chat there. Yeah, I'll post it in the chat there if you want to check out the website. It looks pretty good. Hats off to the team. I love the alien stuff. I think that's really neat. I can think of quite a lot of stuff you could do with that, like with monetization, tokenomics, and interactivity, and referrals or whatever else they're going to be doing. That'd be pretty cool there with the internet money wallet. First native wallet to Pulsechain, and it's almost only 2 to 4 weeks away from being commercial. Very cool. So that is cool from internet money. And let's quickly go to liquid loans and Barista. So Barista is a front end for liquid loans. So we're going to talk about that update on the testnet. Barista currently accounts for 58% of all USDL, so that's going to be the stable coin from liquid loans. And when it does launch later this month, we have had confirmed launching of October. So we're waiting for the Fetch Oracle, then liquid loans, and of course Barista will be able to be launched as well. Staked in the liquid loan stability pool. So Barista is dominating because obviously liquid loans protocol is up there as well. But looks like Barista is dominating the pool there. Over the coming days, we will be adjusting the auto rebalancing system, and of course, this is the special magic sauce from the Barista product there, as well as the Bean token, earning the Bean token as well. So it's really those two things are real standouts there. System to maximize the arbitrage opportunities. Keep testing there as well. So very cool. And of course, we are testing. We're testing here as well. We're testing in the Discord. So if you haven't joined our Discord, there's a number of us that are testing on a daily basis, and sometimes multiple times on a daily basis, the Barista there. So that's pretty cool from the team. So if you haven't followed them, of course, give them a retweet, get an engagement there. You guys help in the community to really get things moving. It's all part of that community. The community helps the community, that network effect and spreading the good word. So definitely get on that. And that is a link to the Barista tweet there. Tweet it out, leave a comment, and check out the testnet and start trying to get more bean. Get more bean there. Where have you been? Stuff like that. So definitely something to do there. All right, yeah. If you want to talk about more about the bean and testing that, get into our Discord. The Discord link is there, and you'll be able to hang out with the rest of us that are getting more bean. So there we are. Magic Outright says thank you. Hey, you're most welcome. We've got Magic Outright in the house, of course. A big shout out to them, and looking forward to the whole ecosystem they're going to be rolling out. So very exciting. We have been busy. We've been busy, yeah, indeed. All right, I'm playing too much on that. I'm playing too much, but it's kind of cool. And for people testing, if you're testing, there may be something in store for you. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but that may be something there in it for you for testing, which is the only testing protocol I know that someone is. You may end up getting something for testing, which is kind of an extra bonus, right? Because not only is the protocol fantastic, but you get to maybe there's something in it for you if you're testing. If you're an early tester, it's like being a Genesis wallet holder, right? It's kind of like that. So definitely check that out. All right, that is Barista. Let's have a quick look at the website. Now I've got to make sure I'm on the testnet v4. If you don't have the details for testnet v4, get into the Discord. Because we've got the links for Pulsechain useful information. If you go to useful information, it's got Pulsechain testnet v4. We've got all the links for that, and they're still sitting there, so you can add a Pulsechain testnet to your wallet and stuff like that. And of course, very cool. Right, so let's jump over to testnet v4 and have a quick look at Barista, and let's do it. There we are. All right, so let's see how we're going at the moment. So this is this wallet here. Now, this is on testnet v4 Pulsechain and not on mainnet, of course. It looks like at the moment I'm in the stability pool. I've got 5.8% of the Barista pool share at the moment. 872 million USDL in there, earning some nice little rewards at the moment on the loan token. So there's 18 million loan token I rewarded. So I'm going to claim those while we're on live stream as well, right? And this is what we mean by testing. You can do some stuff. Now, what you want to do is if you've got Pulse on the testnet, you can borrow USDL and get USDL that way and then stake it here on the staking pool. So you can do that. The other cool thing is there's a knowledge base at the bottom right, left-hand corner. If you don't really know anything about it, check out the knowledge base and just take the time to work through it. I think it's pretty cool. And of course, Liquid Lions is a zero interest lending platform that's going to collateralize Pulse, and you're going to be able to issue USDL. And there's also going to be a dual token, loan token as well. And if you're on Barista, of course, there's going to be the Bean token, and the Bean token represents the Magic Outright's ecosystem of protocols. Of course, Barista being one of them, which is pretty neat. So become part of an ecosystem. Sounds pretty good. Let's jump over to, so I've harvested those, so that's pretty cool. I've got the USDL in, I've got my loan tokens. So we're going to jump to the staking pool where the loan tokens show up. That's the loan tokens in here. And of course, we can stake them as well. So at the moment, I got 0.65% of the pool. Got 1.5 billion loan tokens staked at the moment. So we're going to stake the 18 million we just got. We're going to have to approve them first and put them in there. So let's do that. And I'm going to take out the decimals. Let's just do that and go next. Approve. So there we are. We're going to wait for approval there. So we're approving for Barista to take those loan tokens out of our wallet. We just set the limit there. And then the second thing, we're going to actually confirm them. So now that's been approved. And we're going to now confirm those. Let's confirm. And that's going to be staked. So we're just topping up our staking amount. That means we're going to earn more bean token. When you do top up, it's going to pay out all these rewards. See these rewards down the right here? They'll all be paid out when we do that. So that's pretty cool. So it looks like that's going to be going pretty well. So there, the loan tokens have gone. They're now added to the stake amount over here. And of course, the rewards got paid out at the same time. So whenever you do a deposit there, it's going to take out the rewards. But you can take the rewards out separately as well. So the cool thing about Barista is that you're going to earn not just earn redemption fee rewards or issuance fee rewards. You're also going to earn the bean token reward as well. So more rewards, the better, right? So that's kind of cool. And of course, that bean is part of the Magic Upright ecosystem of protocols. They're launching Stakehouse and others. So Bistro is out there and Barista there as well. So kind of cool. There's other obviously pages as well, like redemptions. You can take USDL and redeem it back for Pulse. There's liquidation pages if you can liquidate someone. This probably won't be active until mainnet, of course. And then, of course, there's the knowledge base as well, which will take you to all the documents. And the cool thing about Barista, they've done all these awesome videos too. So there's full-on guidance in how this all works. And you can watch all those videos and become a pro on Barista and Liquid Loans. So definitely well worth checking out there as well. They've got a Barista guide if you like tech stuff. And you can read through the step-by-step guide, which is fantastic. And you can see they've really gone. It is the gold platinum version of how it all works. So you can definitely check that out as well. So that is Barista. Let me just go back to the main page there. And boom, let's I'll post the link to that if you want to check it out. That is the link to Barista. All right. Bam. All right, we've got a couple of comments there from Magic Upright, so we're going to post those in the chat there as well. Work through those. But that is pretty much the Barista there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Become a pro in Barista and Liquid Loans. Why not? It is going to be the biggest protocol on Pulsechain based on sacrifice price, and we're looking forward to it, right? It's going to be cool. Before we do that, though, we've got a couple of comments and a couple of super stickers there. We got Yo Mama, DUWOJAK. I'm not sure what that means, but the Wojak. But thank you very much for the super sticker there as well. You might need to explain that to me. Maybe it's some Americanism there. Let me have a look. What else? Let's jump at the top up here. We're going to get back into it. We've got the final update, of course, is going to be the Hex daily stats. So wait for that. Let's see who else is it. We'll just scroll way back up top here. Let's see. Got up to Craig, that's for sure. Let's get back up there. Magic Upright says BS ability to provide and earn. Stake your loan and earn. Absolutely. Let's jump through that. We've got Hex and SB in the house there. Hi, all catching up after work day. A nice Hex and SB. Good to see you. We've got morning 10, Rev 10 in the house there. Morning all. Good to see you. And Tintop as well. What's up, Hexkins? Good to see you, Tintop. Magic Upright says Rack and Rochelle wallet dumped over 35 billion Pulsex. Well, there we are. That explains some of the movement there. We haven't really heard from Rack and Rochelle much at all. I think there was one mini dump early on. And so that looks like news off the press there that Rack and Rochelle took out 35 billion Pulsex, which is pretty interesting, to be honest. Yeah, just on that move. Good info. Thanks for that, Magic Upright. The number one sacker, yeah, for Pulsechain and Pulsex, yeah. I guess the Saudis wanted their money. The other thing that's interesting is that Rack and Rochelle was doing an exchange, was doing a coinless site, and also an on-ramp, off-ramp, and we've heard nothing from that either since last year. So obviously something going on there. We'll keep watching to see whether he continues that. Obviously, that is still a small amount of the 35 trillion. In fact, I'm going to bring up the website. Let's have a quick look at that. And have a quick look. So they hit over $1 trillion in that wallet. So just going to bring that up. No, it's not coming up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he had over $1 trillion in the Sacrifice wallet. So 35 billion out of $1 trillion, give or take. I don't know why it's not populating for some reason. I'll have to try and pull it up tomorrow or something. We've got Tea Time in house there. Hi, everybody. Good to see you, Tea Time. Welcome to the chat. Light scale as well. Hit the likes button. Definitely smash the like. Let's have a look here. Wookie is playing with his V4 beans. So Wookie is playing on the Barista testnet. Well done, Wookie. Hey, David, LFG. Let's go for sure. Dave says coffee coming right up. Yeah. You got to have some beans for that coffee. Juice those beans, says Brian. That's pretty funny. Let's jump up here. Let's move forward from there. Just about up to that. Look at your liquidation gains. Says Magic Upright. Yeah, they're going pretty well. You can't claim PLS and liquidation gains, FYI. So it's just important to know you can't claim PLS and liquidation gains. Magic Upright says normally the auto balancing will auto swap that. However, USDL is high over $1 at the moment. I know it's pretty crazy on there. We're trying to do some other stuff. Wookie's been around, says Wookie. Well done, mate. You can claim a PLS from liquidation gains by unstaking USDL. Yep. I'm trying to keep that staked at the moment. Trying to keep earning more loan token and stuff. We're trying to max the system out there, Magic Upright. Bean, Christian's in the house with the bean. Christian loves the bean too. Nice one. What else there? I think that's it. 1 trillion. Yeah, I think it was 1 trillion on the old. I was trying to bring it up, but the site was having trouble. Let me bring it up one more time. Let's see if it works. Come on, you can do it. No, it's just playing all silly, won't load. But it's just because I've had so much stuff open, I think that's what's caused the issue. Let's go back to the prices there. Let's make sure. Let me have a quick look at the prices. DAI has continued to rise there. So we've got the Pulsechain. Pulse there, Pulse X. Yeah, Pulse is down at 11111. Yeah, there's quite a lot in there. So we'll have a check that out another time. Magic Upright says we will tweak auto rebalancing for testnet. Nice. And mainnet is completely different, real world dollars. Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be very different from that point of view. The other thing is, have you had any issues with decimal places? Let us know, because I know that some people were talking about the decimal places when you're doing approvals and things like that. So maybe that's something to check out. Our bots will keep USDL at $1. Absolutely. All right, let's get into the final update there. We're going to get into, so it's not loading the PulseX site there. But I definitely think it was over $1 trillion. Having made it about 1.1 trillion, something like that. So 35 billion out of that, it's a lot, but it is significant, I guess, 3.5. All right, let's get into the Hex Daily Stats. Let's see how we're going on with that. Our final topic for the day. We're almost an hour on the live stream. So day 1400, yeah, it's off the press there. The 2nd of October, we got the price down 5.6% at 00325. That's on Hex on Ethereum. Hex.com, folks, check it out. Payout per T-share 6.8, so that's pretty nice today. Nice little payout there. No change in the share rate. Average mining length at 7.11 years, and the APY 40.17%. The T-shares are down 12,000, so down to 17 and 12. Obviously, we had the base, which was about 5,000 T-shares mature yesterday. That's now on redemption and minting phase 2 cycle. We've got 9,764,000 T-shares. That's really fallen with these 2 decreases. So if you're in this T-share ownership pool for Hex, you are loving it, because it's more Hex for you, right? More Hex for you. So that's kind of the good play there. All right, let's jump away to the lock percent of coins. 9.29% of Hex is locked on Pulse on the Ethereum side. 3.3 million in penalties, so a pretty good day in the office for penalties. And the reward pool there, it's got 66.5 million Hex. So Hex is really easy to understand. There's the reward pool, and it has about 65 million or so Hex in it a day. there's an ownership pool with the T shares, which stands for trillions of shares, and that ownership pool gets the rewards on the reward pool. So obviously, if the ownership pool is going down, then there's more hex per T share there, or more hex for the owners, and of course, you become more of an exclusive club in that way. The share rate is going up all the time, so it means that people have to buy more X to get the same T shares on average. Obviously, if the X price is down, then you get that much cheaper for the time being. Current holders up 65 liquid holders. That's a pretty big jump. And of course, change of miners down 7. We're at 119,979 miners on the old Ethereum side. And what did we say it was? Day 143 on Pulsechain, 2nd of October. Price there at 82/100th of a penny. Price down 6.7% on the Pulsechain side. Payout pretty similar to the ETH side, 6.873 hex per T share. No real change on the share rate there, 29,600. We got 6.97 average mining, so quite a bit shorter on the Pulsechain side. The APY there slightly lower too, 39.73, but not much difference. Let's jump over to the T shares. T shares down 18,500. So two big down days. We're sitting at 9,807,000 T shares in the ownership pool now. Let's jump over to locked percentage of coins. 9.5% of hex is locked on the Pulsechain side. Even bigger penalties on the Pulsechain side, 5 million. That's pretty awesome. And the pool there, 67.4 million hex in the old reward pool, which is pretty good. Liquid holders up 127, so it's a big jump there. And the current miners up 1 to 124,254. Obviously, more speculation was happening, with the 2 green days that we had. But just before the live stream, that's when we saw, obviously, the Overwatch Rack and Michelle selling some down. So it'll be interesting to see whether that's a DCA out. That'd be interesting. That would certainly put downward resistance on any pumps that we get. So we'll see. Hopefully, October survives the Rack and Michelle. That's probably the way to go there. All right, we'll see how they go with that. Maybe it was just a one-off thing. Who knows? We'll find out in due course. All right, that is that. Let's jump back into. I just wanted to quickly talk about the PDI. PDI is rallying at the moment, so PDI is back on the move, and looks like we got that nice little T-cross there, and we got a nice little green day happening there. 00094. I know a lot of people follow PDI, so that's looking good. But Treasury Bill and Teddy Bear are up now 33%, so they're even up even more, which is in countenance to the Pulsechain tokens at the moment. So we've got Pulsex at 1182, Hex there at 8261, and of course Pulse there at 4,500. So obviously absorbing that impact. I think that's it. That's an hour and 3 minutes. I think we did pretty well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What else there? Susie Q says, hi, amazing set, man. Lots of hugs and kisses, family. Hey, nice to see you, Susie Q. Big welcome. And we're about to wrap up, actually. But I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. We covered the Pulsechain memes. We covered GrayScale and the Ethereum ETFs, which have, mostly launched today. And, of course, we'll have a few more of them launched. There were about 15 all up. I think we had about 8 of them launched so far today. And, of course, Barista, we covered that. Obviously, front end for liquid loans. It's got some superiorities there. Superior features as the front end. And, of course, the internet money. We covered that with a new website. And, of course, Phamous with the margin trading. It looks like it's really going really well on the old margin trading. And, yeah, I may have fallen over a few of my words today. But, hey, that's what happens sometimes. All right. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to go for my walk, day number 46. And, I'll onwards and upwards for that. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And also, don't forget to get into our Discord. The link is in the video description. And I will catch you guys all the same time again tomorrow, right? Another day in the office of Pulsechain. We're going to have our ups and downs, but we've got the most exciting blockchain out there that's going to have some amazing protocols launched in October. This is going to be a great month for Pulsechain, and I'm sure we're all going to enjoy it. So and have a good day, everybody. I'll see you guys in Discord myself. Until then, take care, and let's play out some cool music on the way out from our favorite, the founder, of course, of Pulsechain. And let's hear from Richard Hart, who loves to play his rap music. At least I play it because I like it. So let's do that.
Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all product, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Product, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.